Greetings, saber fans. Megtooth Sith. Got a Korbanth saber here. This is a Korbanth Starkiller, Galen Merrick Starkiller from the Force Unleashed video game, which unfortunately is no longer canon, but it's a cool saber nonetheless. Korbanth's offering on this saber I really like. So I built a couple of Phoenix prop sabers, and here's the Phoenix props next to this one. The Phoenix props, while maybe more accurate, certainly was not install friendly as the Korbanth. The Korbanth was really amazingly install friendly and ready to go right out of the box. Now Christian also ordered a custom brass inset piece into the crystal chamber from Goth3D Designs, printed in brass, which those are pricey. And the chassis in here is also Goth3D 18650 user replaceable battery. Let's roll the demonstration video on this thing. It's awesome. Greetings, saber fans. Your old pal Megtooth Sith. Got the Christian Daniel Starkiller to demonstrate for y'all tonight. But first off, I want to say Carolina Hurricanes, yeah! Justin Falk came up with the I don't know if y'all saw that, but he was coming off of the penalty box, and he skated out of the penalty box, and they lobbed him a puck. He caught the puck, threw it on the ground, went in, backhand top shelf. It was a beautiful thing. Carolina Hurricanes are doing phenomenal. But anyway, let's get to this saber.
Vader's Assassin.
First preset is Vader's Assassin by the Profficator. Clash. Lockup, it has localized lockup. It's just the center of the blade, and the lockup goes back and forth. It's white. Blaster blocks. 4 sounds. Tip drag. Just the tip. Sometimes that shows on videos, sometimes it doesn't, but just the tip is in lockup. To get that, you just point it down and hit lockup, and there you go. I'm going to retract the saber. Next preset. Rogue One Vader by Sith. Now, of course, Rogue One Vader is... Oops.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
Rogue One Vader has the hallway scene, and you can ignite the saber on the hallway scene. It also has localized lockup, but it's green. Tip drag, also green. Blaster blocks. Four sounds. Retraction. Turn the music off. It's awesome. That is just awesome. Next preset.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren TFA. You can see my pulsing fire blade crystal, which is pretty awesome. Thal Rees ignitable retractable fire blade with a white spark tip. Oh man, that's freaking awesome. Lockup. Blaster blocks. Clash goes up the blade. It's got the traditional Frederick blast, which is awesome. It also has tip drag, which does work. It's hard to see because the fire blade's still crazy, but it's there. You can see it in person, and it retracts. Next preset is Imperial Knight. This is an awesome sound font. You got a white blade. Imperial Knight was a white blade. Clash is red. Lockup is also red. Blaster blocks are red. Force. Tip drag is red. Hopefully you can see that. Retraction.
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
Next preset is Ray. Broke Flex.
Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker, Return of the Jedi. Of course, the Bard scene is the music. Here, Luke Skywalker. Next preset is the balance to a purple blade. As we lock up, blaster blocks, clash. Of course, it has tip drag, retraction, force sounds in there. Each bank also has a soundtrack that goes with it too. This is Case This Light. And then this is a white spark tip. Watch this. On a blue blade. Retraction.
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me.
That's cool how that went up, right? So it's a blue fire blade. There you go. There's your blue fire blade to broke flex.
The Cyber Project.
Now, this is your rainbow blade, and I have the cantina music. There's your rainbow blade.
The Cyber Project. The saber is ready.
And then we're back to your battery blade.
Vader's assassin.
And there we go, back to the first preset. So listen, Christian, those are your presets. If you want me to change something, I will. I'll send you an email list letting you know what all the music tracks are on each preset. But you know, man, that's an awesome saber right there. I really hope you like it. I had a lot of fun building it. You know, Christian was like a great customer, and the reason that I say Christian was a great customer is because Christian did a lot of research. He figured out what parts he wanted. He figured out what parts worked with this chassis, what part worked with this hilt. So pretty much everything he sent me worked out exactly as he had originally planned and designed. You know, in my book, that's a great customer. So thank you, Christian, for making my job as a installer a lot easier. I'm not a sabersmith, I'm an installer. But man, I really appreciate all the work you put in. It certainly made my life a lot easier. But I think you have, you know, one heck of a saber here, and you know, I really like it. You know, and that's based, I just put together 3 Phoenix Prop Starkillers, which are going to be for sale here shortly. But you know, this thing is awesome. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed building it. I hope it brings you plenty of years of service. So if you just hold on, we'll get you to the instruction portion of the video, where hopefully we can answer any questions about all the operation of this saber, how to take it apart, how to close it. It's always broadcasting Bluetooth. It's whether or not you decide to turn your phone on and control it with Bluetooth. I'll email you the password. If you want to change the password, let me know. But I don't know if Dimitri Stock's new application, the ForceSync app, will require a password or not, but at any rate, I'll send you the password. This has been an awesome saber. Stand by and we'll roll the instruction video. Number 1, to remove the lower pommel, lefty-loosey on the lower pommel, and it slides right off the chassis. There you can see your wireless, Bluetooth wireless device, and there's your battery. To remove the battery, you simply tug on this piece of cloth to set the battery back in. You just pop it in, positive, always facing the emitter. Then you have a switch here to turn the saber on, switch to the right, should hear boot. Now when you slide the chassis back home, what you want to do is make sure that you slide it real solid into the threads, because sometimes it doesn't want to thread, and then thread it. Sometimes I think the threads get stuck on the chassis. The chassis is a tight fit. Tighten it up till it's whoa, let's kill some lights here so you can see that crystal chamber. So the crystal chamber pulses when in idle. Anytime I say the saber's an idle, that means the blade's not extended. So anytime the blade's not extended, a long press of the auxiliary and press and hold it
4.12 volts.
will tell you how many volts are left in your battery. An 18650 fully charged is 4.2 volts. You can hear it's at 4.12 volts.
4.12 volts.
That's practically a full charge. To ignite the saber, you press the main button. When I say the main button, there's two buttons. The forward button is the main button, the back button is the aux button. So you're going to press the main button to ignite. And you can see the blade plugs ignited there too as well. Play with your saber. To retract, while we have the saber ignited, functions. Blaster block, a brief press of the aux. Lock up, you can either press and hold auxiliary, and that gives you lock up, or you can press any button and clash the saber. And then when you let go of the button, it stops the lockup. But the easiest way to get lockup is to hold auxiliary. To get tip drag, you point the saber down and press and hold auxiliary, and then only the tip of the blade will be in lockup. To get force sounds, double tap the main button. And that's how you get force sounds. Double tap the main button. Turn the saber off, press and hold the main button till it retracts, and then we're back in idle mode. And you can see we're in idle mode because the chamber is pulsing and also the blade will not be extended. Now, this gets complicated. When you're in idle mode, you have a volume menu, and how you get in that menu is a long press of the auxiliary button in idle, but you're going to release it. And you'll hear that beep. When you hear that beep, you're in the volume menu. Pressing the main button will increase volume. Auxiliary decreases volume. And something happened there that I didn't want to happen. So now I've got the volume turned all the way down. But I'm going to put the saber back in idle, go back into the volume menu. And I'm going to turn the volume all the way back up. You'll hear the beeps getting louder. When you hear that different tone, you're as high as the saber will go as programmed. Then press and hold the aux and release it. And you hear that high beep, it means you're out of the menu. To play, each preset has a track that goes with it. To play the associated track while the saber's in idle, while the chamber's pulsing, long press of the main button. This is the Force Unleashed theme. That begins your music. Now you can still see it's in idle, but we can also ignite the saber while the music's going. To stop the music, long press of the main button will stop the music. To advance to your next preset, press the auxiliary button.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
And this is Rogue One Vader. Next preset.
Kylo Ren.
Now, this is a pulsing fire blade. I didn't think this was possible. I wrote it. I have a pulsing fire blade for Kylo Ren crossguard by Sith. When you ignite the saber, it goes on solid. There's your lockup, blaster blocks, clash the saber. Next preset,
Imperial Knight.
Imperial Knight. Next preset,
I need someone to show me my
Broke
place
Flex
in all this.
by Sith.
Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker by Sith. The Balance by Sith. The Light by Sith.
Kylo failed you.
Crossguard. Oh no, this is Broke Flex to a blue fire blade.
The Cyber Project.
Now, when the crystal chamber's pulsing like this in all colors, which it is, it's going crazy to all colors, you're in the rainbow blade. And the music for the rainbow blade is Cantina. And then Ignite. And you're in the rainbow blade. Next preset is your battery blade. And your battery blade will already be showing what your charge status is. Then after that, the next preset is back to the first preset, which is Vader's Assassin by Profficator, and we're back in the main preset, and you can see that crystal chamber is just beautiful. Now, to remove the blade plug, first of all, you have two blade retentions. You have this blade retention screw there, which is an Allen key, and it is a 5/64 Allen key. That's pretty standard for most of these, but I haven't used that. So when I just have the blade plug in, I just use the top button thumb screw, and then you can see the blade plug comes out. To put the blade plug back in, you can see it sticks out a little bit. It's because it's on the springs of the adapter. You want to go ahead and seat it against the adapter and then tighten that thumb screw, and then you can see it's practically flush with your emitter. But to remove that blade plug, simply loosen that thumb screw, out your blade plug comes. Now, to insert your blade, simply take your blade, and this is your blade, and insert your blade in until it's fully seated. Tighten that thumb screw. Then now I would definitely tighten this blade retention screw as well to make sure you don't lose the blade. Let's ignite it. It's working. That's how you take the blade in. To take the blade out, reverse the order. Simply loosen that blade retention screw, loosen the thumb screw, and the blade slides right out. To put the blade back in, or the blade plug back in, simply insert the blade plug back in, tighten that thumb screw while you're holding some pressure on it. Boom, you can see it's lit up. Those are the instructions for your saber. Anytime the saber's on, it is broadcasting Bluetooth, and it broadcasts CDSK, which is Christian Daniel Starkiller. CDSK is what you're looking for. I'll email you the password. For Frederick's program, you need a password. I'm not sure on Dimitri's because I haven't been running it. But if Dimitri's does require you to put in a password, it'll be the same password I'm emailing you. I may talk to you on Messenger to see if you want to change that to something more personal. But the bottom line is that this thing is ready to go. I appreciate everybody watching all my videos. If you like my videos, you like my installs, please like my channel, subscribe, share my videos everywhere. Share them on the Replica Prop Forum, on any lightsaber page. Y'all are welcome to share my videos. I like having them out there. But thank you everybody for watching, and may the Force be with you, or the dark side as it were.